Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Josh. I'm in year 13. This year I'm just trying to document things that go on. Just trying to be useful. That could be vlogs, stories, and like just things that I just figure out and just want to share with everyone on the internet. So if that's what you're into, subscribe and join the family. Recently I just hit 100 subscribers. Go me. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone who has subscribed already. I didn't expect to get 100 this quickly, so I'm very happy about that. So if you do like my type of content, please don't be shy and subscribe. So let's get into it. In today's video, I'm going to talk about one thing that I think that the government isn't always telling us about universities. This is not me talking negatively about university. I want to go to university. However, this is one drawback per se that I think everyone needs to know. So a little bit about myself. Obviously, I'm in year 13. I'm 17. That rhymes. I'm 17, and throughout my life, my parents have taught me the importance of education. They're both in the medical field, and growing up, I've always knew that I'm going to go to university, and I do want to go to university. I do like the idea of it, and I do want to go. So don't think that I'm just saying a negative thing about university because I don't want to go. Another thing about universities is that I think the popularity of universities came up at the end of the last decade when the United Kingdom switched from a nationalized system and basically deindustrialization underwent. If you do geography or business, you'll understand what deindustrialization means. That's basically all the factories and manufacturing businesses were closed basically. So since then, the UK has switched into a service-based industry as well as most of the Western world, and I think that's why universities have been more important, because to get such jobs such as a banker, lawyer, doctor, teacher, you do need to go to further education. And if you want to spend your whole life doing those things, go to university. I'm not saying don't go to university. I'm going to university. I think that's the third time I've said that. So since then, the government has basically gently pushed the young people into service-based industries, such as initially going to university was free. I wish it was free now, but as they made it free, more and more people were going to university, and these universities were basically trying to use that as a ploy just to get more money out of the government, because the government was paying for it fully. So more and more people were going to university, and they saw to a certain extent it wasn't being productive for the government anymore, for the UK economy, as many people were just staying in university for extended periods of time and not going to work a substantial job to pay back into the economy, or the government just prioritize paying the money elsewhere. And I think that's where we are today. If you're in sixth form right now, or if you're still in secondary school, talking amongst your peers, basically everyone you know wants to go to university, right? And I think that's the way everyone has been trained to think. But that's not a bad thing. I want to be a data scientist. I want to go to university, achieve those skills, and then move on into a data scientist job. No, work as a data scientist. But that's the thing. I don't want to work as a data scientist till I'm 60 something or 70 something, or whatever the retirement age is. And I think this is the drawback of university. They train you to become a quote unquote worker. That's in you have a 9 to 5, you work on a on a schedule, and someone's making up the times that you're gonna work for. And personally, I don't wanna be like that for the rest of my adult life. If I want to go on holiday with my wife and kids, I'm there. If my kid has a sporting activity or a music recital, dance, I'm there. My final example is like, if you just don't want to leave your bed, if you just want to have a lion, you can have a lion whenever you want. Like, if you're your own boss, and that's what I aspire to be, and like I hope like that's what other people are aspiring to be too, because like you see people on TV and like on social media, and you think, wow, how do they manage to accumulate such wealth? It's because like most of them are like self-employed, and like they did and yes, some of them did go to university, and some of them used skills that they did learn at university, but I feel, I think it's quite blatant to see that like you don't get you don't go to university to get a degree of being a CEO. Just go out and do it. So I guess you're wondering, how can you do such thing? But this is my mental plan. Like, whoever knows me, or like my family watching this and people I'm close with, they know I like to plan things out in my head. I tell myself what I want to do in a day, and I do it. And I've done that for my like work life essentially in my head as well. So I'm planning to leave university at like 23, 22-ish, and then I'm gonna work like for a decade maximum, and throughout those years, this is how I'm gonna spend my money wisely. So this is the entry salary of a data scientist. This is in America, so like I hope to work there maybe. Like I'm planning on working in a FTSE 500 company, or sports related company for my time there. And like 10% as a Christian, 10% goes to whichever church I'm with, or whatever church I'm with. Like all the money I get is from God, so 10% goes to church, and then I'm gonna save 30% per year at least, like of my salary, and I'm going to use it to invest into something, or maybe just save and accumulate. And then like obviously there's taxes, and then there's like the rent. Well, I want to buy a house, so there's going to be mortgage, car payments, and then cost of living. So I just think that out of all that, I should save 30%. Save or invest. But in what, you may ask? Accumulating wealth is simple, but it's hard. Like, I know that's an oxymoron, but I follow several people on social media who like give out tips and stuff. Like obviously, Poker Banks, baby. If you know, you know. There's Jason Capital, Gary V, and so many other people. And like I've picked up knowledge here, and like I think I have quite a big reservoir of ventures that I could go to become self-employed and not a worker for the rest of my life. And like, to be honest, I might even when I have this business thing going on, I might do both at the same time and work and like have a job part time, because I will enjoy data science, but as being self-employed, you do have luxuries of like doing whatever you want basically. One thing that I'm most definitely going to stay away from is forex trading. I know that everyone's probably heard of this somewhat, but like I just don't want to risk that much. Like I don't want to invest into something and then poof, everything's gone. That's why I don't want to go into forex. But out of the other options, I'm thinking of going into real estate, into starting up my own business, or like investing into a business and becoming a partner. I think those are my 3 top options. And like I think in later on in other videos, I'm going to explain like things. I'm going to explain what these things are and how to do it basically, because I don't want this video to be too long, because you guys might get bored. Hey, well done. Got to the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like, and if you want more content like this, just subscribe. I also do vlogs I hope to upload, I think after this video, and as well as stories and like just educational things that I think year 13, year 12, and like young adults need to know. So thank you. That's all. See you next time.